Right, so here we are, 24 hours down the line, and all of the sugar has liquefied and worked its way through the rhubarb, as you can see. Now, if you were making rhubarb wine, what you'd do now is you'd squeeze all this liquid out. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to try and get as much of the rhubarb and sugary stuff out as I can. So we're going to bang 2 pints of boiling water in and hope that the lens doesn't steam up. And all this is going to do really is just mean that we're going to get the most out of our ingredients. So that's gone in, and then with the old spud masher we're just going to loosen it a little bit more and just press the pieces of rhubarb and just give it a bit of a stir. And then we're going to leave this, we're going to leave it to stand until it cools down, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. So we'll just leave that for a while and we'll come back when it's cooler. Right, so we're a bit further on now, and in this pan here I've measured out 1.5 pints of the rhubarb and the sugar extraction that we had in that pan. And this particular recipe that I've used asked for a cup of tea, so I've put a cup of tea in there as well. Now the way I'm going to do it, this people who make homebrew do it a completely different way, but I'm going to mix everything together actually in the pan before I put it into the Demijohn. I'm doing that basically to hope that it's all mixed a little bit more evenly, because it's been in one vessel before going into another. So I'm going to get that in, and then we'll come back to it in a bit when we're about to actually pour it into the Demijohn. Right, so we've started pouring the mixture in, and this will probably get to about 3/4 of the way. I'll have to top it up with water the rest of the way. And a thing to remember about homebrew is always keep your equipment as clean as possible. That's one of the paths to success, believe it or not, keeping your equipment clean. Right, so that's given us just over half full, so we'll top the rest up with water and we'll stick the yeast in. Okay, so the Demijohn's topped up there with water, and then we're going to bang the yeast in. And because I'm making 2 batches out of this lot of rhubarb, I've just used half a pack of the yeast. I'm just using bog standard cider yeast, as this recipe suggests. So you can see the yeast there spreading on the top, and then the next thing we're going to bang our filter, our blupper. We'll put our blupper in a minute. Right, so we've put the bung and the blupper in, and always make sure these are quite tight down. Got a good lock, a good airlock, and with it being June, I can put this virtually anywhere in the house, and it'll start fermenting. So there we have it, folks. This was a very, very basic rhubarb cider recipe. So just go through the ingredients again. There's 1.5 pounds of the rhubarb liquid, 1.5 pints of rhubarb liquid that was extracted from the rhubarb, 2 1-litre containers of cheap apple juice, 1 cup of tea, half a sachet cider yeast, and the rest is topped up with water to the top. This is just a random recipe that I dragged off the internet. Now, just as a quick sideline, this juice that's left, tomorrow we're going to mix it with these apples over here that we picked up cheap from a local reduced price stall. So they're going to go in, and we're going to make a second batch tomorrow. So basically that's it, 1 gallon of rhubarb cider. So I'm just going to take this over here. Might get a bit dark now. We've got some got a few of the wines and ciders on the go here, so just gonna leave it there with them. and then draw a little label up for it. But there you go, basic as you like, rhubarb cider, over and out.